Hey everyone, it's Mike, and welcome to the first edition of Tech-Tensity. Tech-Tensity is going to consist of analyzing two pieces of technology and, in my opinion, seeing which one is the better product overall. The first battle is going to consist of the Apple iPad Pro versus the Microsoft Surface Pro 4. So the battle begins now. Let's start with design. So the Microsoft Surface Pro 4 has a magnesium body that is a little thicker than the Apple iPad Pro, while the Apple iPad Pro is rocking a thinner body that has an aluminum outside. Now, the one problem with the Apple iPad Pros that I do not like is overall with the iPad specifically, the new texture, the new aluminum body. If you drop it without having a case on it, you are going to need a brand new device, my friend. The Apple devices don't last if you don't have a case on them, so be prepared. If you are buying this device, make sure you're buying a case with it, because if you don't, you're going to be buying a brand new device. So with that thought in mind, I am going to have to go with the Surface Pro 4 on design, because I'd rather have a device that is a little thicker, more durable, and a better built quality overall. So 1-0 Pro Surface 4. On to the processors. So we are in the age of brand new technology, ideas, and products, so why not put the best and fastest in these devices? Like, why not? We're in 2015. Duh. So I'm going to start off with the Microsoft Surface Pro 4. They have 3 processors that you could choose from, including the Intel Core M3, i5, and i7. And you could choose up to between 4 gigs of RAM and 16. Now, the Apple iPad Pro, on the other hand, you are very limited. There is only one processor, and it is a blazing fast A9X processor with 2.25 gigahertz and 4 gigs of RAM. Now, performance is an issue for some people because they want a faster processor, and you can actually choose that and distinguish which one you want in the Microsoft Surface Pro 4, but you cannot do this in the Apple iPad Pro. So if you want an Apple product, you are stuck with one processor. So I'm going to have to give this to the Pro Surface 4. So 2-0 Microsoft. Next is display. So this is something particular that many people look at when purchasing one of these devices, because they want the bigger and better thing to play all their games on, watch all their movies on, and do all their work on. But that might not necessarily be the case. So the Apple iPad Pro has a 12.9 inch screen that is approximately 2700 by 2000 pixel resolution, while the Microsoft Surface is a 12.3 inch that is around the same at 2700 by 1800. Now, to put that into perspective, because those numbers probably mean absolutely nothing to you, and you're probably like, Mike, just get to the point, which has the better display? Let's just say this. The Microsoft Surface Pro 4 is going to be better for watching movies, while the iPad Pro is better for web browsing, playing games, and all that good stuff. So if you are a moviegoer or worker on like Microsoft Word and stuff, go with the Pro 4. If you like to play your games and browse the web, go for the Apple iPad Pro. So since these are like together, I'm just gonna call this a tie. So it is still 2-0 Surface Pro 4. Next up on the list is storage. So many people look at storage when purchasing a brand new device like this, and it could contribute to spending more money or less money. So let's get down to it. The Microsoft Surface Pro 4 starts at 128 gigabytes. You can't get anything lower than that. It starts at 128 gigabytes, you heard me right. And it could go all the way up to 1 terabyte. Now, this is good if you are doing a lot of work professionally for school or for business wise. And with the Apple iPad Pro, you're actually very limited to only selecting from 32 gigabytes or 128. So I'm gonna have to say, storage-wise, Microsoft Surface Pro wins, because it just makes sense. You have more options to choose from, whether you want that device starting at 128 gigabytes all the way up to a terabyte. You could choose. With the iPad Pro, you only have 2 options. So 3-0 Surface. This is looking like a blowout. Next up on the list is battery life. Boom. So the next thing on the list is battery life. The iPad Pro is listing for 10 hours of battery life, while the Surface Pro 4 is not that much different. 9 hours of battery life. But it really all depends. You can't really go off that number because some people are going to use their device a lot more or a lot less, and that first week of purchasing the device, the battery is brand new, it is not worn out, it has not been charged yet, so while it is still at 100%, it is going to last a lot longer than it usually will after a week or two of using the device. So the 9 or 10 hours you really can't go off of, so I guess it's a tie for that too, because it's just, you just can't go off of that. The battery is going to be different for every single consumer that purchases this device. So 3-0 Surface. So talking about pricing now, both devices without a doubt are super expensive, and I don't know how both companies, Microsoft and Apple, get away with this, but people still buy them. So the Microsoft Surface Pro 4 is starting at $899 and just goes up from there, and the iPad Pro starts at $799 and it just goes up from there as well. A lot more different buying options for the Surface Pro 4, so in that retrospect, the Surface Pro 4 does win in pricing because you do have a lot more options that you could choose from rather than the iPad Pro. So that is my little comparison. That is the first of the tech tensity battles, the iPad Pro versus Microsoft Surface Pro 4. And as you can tell, the Surface Pro 4 won in this one, so congrats. And that's it. So if you guys have any comments, questions, or concerns about either device or any of my videos in particular, please leave them in the comments box below. Remember to give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe to Mr. Mike 12,000 for the greatest and latest updates, blogs, and reviews. More tech tensity coming your way. And let me know in the comments box below which device you are leaning more towards, the Microsoft Surface 4 or the Apple iPad Pro. And as always, I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace. For watching Mr. Mike 12,000, and welcome back to another episode. In this episode, we're going to be talking about the iPhone 6s and iPhone 6s Plus.